when we look at the last 60 years, or maybe even longer than 60 years, the period, the 30s, the Second World War was a special period. But after that, productivity started rising rapidly. But at the same time, in most countries, in the market economies, the gains of productivity were shared very widely. In fact, wages pretty much increased with productivity. And income distribution was fairly stable and had improved quite a bit in the 30s in the US and in the Second World War, and continued to improve. And the middle class was strengthened, and in some ways, market economies had their golden age. And I think ultimately, they also prevailed worldwide over other systems, which may have had good intentions, but were quite ineffective in terms of economic results. But since roughly the 80s, productivity still is increasing, sometimes more rapidly, sometimes more slowly, but clearly the gains are no longer shared in the way they were before. And I mean, the US numbers are the ones I know best, and they're the best numbers in terms of the statistics. Just focusing on the top 1%, it's a dramatic story when the share of the top 1% goes from about 8% of national income to about 24% before the crisis. And the latest numbers we see during the crisis, you know, because of capital losses and things like that, there may have been a little bit of not a loss, but a little bit of a diminution of that share. But the latest numbers we see actually is that productivity is again rising very rapidly. Profits are very high overall, and yet wages are stagnating in the US and in many other countries. So probably the dynamics are continuing. And my question to start the discussion is, what happened really to the market economic system which so fundamentally changed the dynamics of income distribution?